my channel and thank you so much for watching. I'm super excited about today's video. Reason being, Colourpop has been finally launched on Nykaa. Yes, my excitement was only till the time I came to know that it is being launched. When I went onto the page and I happened to open what all they have launched, and I was super excited and pumped. I was like, I will grab few new products. There I had the disappointment because I really did not like the products which they happened to launch. I'm not saying they're bad products, it's just that I was expecting more, because it's like, you know, samundar mein se ek boond launch kiya hai Colourpop ne. So it is very less according to what they have. So yes, I am hoping in future they launch few more products. Few means many products, because they have a lot. Yes, let's just wait. But today's video is all about products which you can grab from the existing launch they have done. But for your knowledge, I have reviewed almost every single product by them in the past, so do check out my older videos of Colourpop. You will definitely get a huge help to understand should you be going ahead and buying them. And yes, without making this intro any longer, let's get started. So there are certain products which I have used from the existing products they have launched, and I no more have them, but I will quickly touch up on them as well, though you can find the dedicated reviews onto my channel. Talking about the first product is a primer. Now frankly speaking, I loved the primer. I have myself used like 2 to 3 tubes of it, and that time I used to buy everything from Instagram handles. So you can go ahead and grab the primer. It gives you a nice sticky base to work around with. The foundation sits beautifully onto the skin. It is a perfect primer for matte as well as dewy foundation. So it complemented me all weather, and I absolutely loved it because of one reason, that it has that nice sticky base which allowed my expensive high-end foundation also to sit beautifully. Because on Colourpop website it is cheaper compared to what price they have laid it on Nykaa. But if you ask me the price point, I do feel they are well priced on Nykaa also, because customs bhi dena hota hai, or bhi other courier services bhi hoti hai. So there are a lot of costs which are included in this pricing. So if I see it like from far, I do feel the pricing is good. So you can definitely grab products from Nykaa. So coming back to the primer is definitely worth trying. I myself will be grabbing one for me. Foundation, so they have the Pretty Fresh foundation as well. I think they have launched the Pretty Fresh foundation. Now I've done a dedicated review on this product. Again, the foundation is good. It is medium to full coverage, but it is not an extremely full coverage foundation. It is super light textured foundation. It sits beautifully onto my skin type, that is combination to oily and combination to dry in winters. So it complements all weather. Now if you are someone who have an aging skin or a mature skin, you can still try the foundation. It is well done. So I really like the foundation also, and it sits beautifully with the Colourpop primer as well as the Maybelline primer. So I used to use this foundation with both of these primers like to and fro, and it used to sit beautifully. So if you are looking for a good foundation and a primer into Colourpop, you can definitely go for it. Next up, I have something in my hands which I still use it, and this is my second tube. Is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I'm in the shade Medium Dark 15W. Today I'm wearing it onto my skin. I really don't know if the shade is launched on Nykaa. I will check. I will leave the link accordingly. Now this is something which you must have if you are someone who likes no makeup look. It is not a tinted moisturizer which is going to give you like a coverage. It has definitely pigments which will definitely give you the nice color, but it is not going to cover your imperfections. I love wearing this particular tinted moisturizer because it does a dual job for me. It is hydrating, it is more of a skincare, and it has a little color. It just gives me a nice base to work on. So today, for today's look, I'm not wearing a full face of makeup. Technically I'm just using this, and it sat beautifully. It is hydrating, but it is not overly hydrating. It is not oily, it is not tacky, it is not creasy, and it does not transfer anywhere. It just sits beautifully. The longevity on this product is easily 7 to 8 hours, and it does the beautiful job of a tinted moisturizer. So yes, it is a beautiful product which I have thoroughly enjoyed, and I see myself repurchasing it again. Since I am into my aging, I look out for products which are lighter in texture, which just do a minimalist job for me and give me a nice base to work with. This is a product which you should try from Colourpop. So they have launched this one. I'm pretty happy about this because this is something which you must try. Quickly moving on to another interesting face product. Now I did feel that they could have launched so many different things into face category, but I don't know why they did not launch anything. But let's just jump on to this interesting product. This is the Colourpop translucent loose powder. Now they have shades as well, but I went ahead with the translucent one. Today also I'm wearing it onto my face. Something which I have loved. This is my second though, because I'm not a person who loves to have a lot of loose powders into my vanity. I have very few, and this is one of them, most loved by me. I love how it sits beautifully onto my face, underneath my eye. It just fixes everything well. Now if you have a super creasy under eye, you have a lot of wrinkles going on, and you apply a thick concealer, this will fix it instantly, but it will start creasing after 2 to 3 hours if you are super oily underneath your eyes, or if you have a creasing issue. This is not the powder you can set everything in place for like 8 hours. So this product is going to work beautifully for people who do not have a lot going on to their face. Like I don't have like an under eye creasing issue. So this really does the job for me. Now it's been almost 3 years I'm wearing this powder, and it has done a beautiful job. I did not go in with any kind of touch up, and it just sat beautifully. Is it a mattifying loose powder? Yes, but it does not dry out your skin. It does not make you feel that your face is very flat and dry. So it has a nice way of basically taking the excess sebum as well as setting your face really well. You can actually set your whole face with it, you can bake with it, but I have told you the pros and cons of it, so accordingly buy it. It's not a must have. If you are very picky about your loose powders, then do not grab this one. If you're someone who have less imperfections and very minimalist expectation with this loose powder, then only grab. So all of the products which I happen to show you so far have been reviewed onto my channel, so do check out the dedicated reviews. Let's move on to another interesting product, the Super Shock blush in the shade Super Shock Cheek. I am holding the shade Cruel Intention, and this is the matte formula. Quickly giving you a close-up of this product. So this is how the product would look. I have used this product like a lot. I still use it. Now Super Shock, anything into Super Shock, eye, cheek, highlighter, please keep the lid closed, otherwise the product will start drying out and the performance will also drop. Now talking about this blush, and I would say the formula, it is something which you have to work with. You cannot just achieve a blush putting one tip of a brush and apply and done. No, you need a lot of product here to work out with, but it is a buildable product. It definitely gives you a more sheen effect, but it is a matte formula. Another one thing which you have to keep in mind, when you apply this brush and you keep going in with your brush again and again, you start to enhance your textures. So take the right amount of product on the brush in one go and then start blending the product. There you will have the beautiful finish. This is what I have felt with the product over the years. Yes, over the years I'm saying, and this is not my only blush I have used. So for reference purpose, I'm picking one product and showing you. So yes, this is something which needs patience, but it definitely gives you a beautiful finish. This is the shade I'm holding, Cruel Intention. You see, it's very mild. It's like mild because I have to build this product. So I have to take little more product, start building, little more product, start building. So building is very important here. You need to pick up the right amount of product and place it onto your cheeks and go in with nice subtle blending, and there you have a beautiful blush going on. The longevity on the blush is really high. Once you put it, it stays easily up to 6 to 7 hours. With my skin, I have seen the blush oxidizes to a deeper shade. So with my skin, things go a little here and there, but yes, the blush really appears beautifully onto the cheeks. So if you are eyeing a Super Shock blush, definitely because it's a different formula. But if you have patience, you want to work slow with the product, then only buy the product, or else you will feel a little disappointed because the formula is pretty much different from whatever you have so far in your vanity into blush category. So yes, think about it and then grab yours. Quickly moving on to Super Shock highlighters. So I have this Super Shock cheek highlighter. So I have like 3 shades. I'm going to talk about the formula here. So I'm holding the shade Wisp, which is available on nykaa. I think it is available on nykaa, and there is another shade Flexitarian, which is available on nykaa, which I'm wearing into my inner corners on my brow bone. Now, talking about this formula, again, this is like a beautiful highlighting formula which you should have. Giving you a little close-up of this product, this is the shade Wisp, which will complement almost every Indian skin tone. Giving you a quick swatch also, and closing the lid. Always close the lid. And this product you can work out best with a blender, or your fingers are enough. So I'm going to give you a swatch. This is the shade Wisp. You see how beautifully it laid onto my hands. I just love the formula. Now this is a well done product for people who have matured skin, people who have textured skin. Yes, because this is the creamiest, the finest highlighter compared to whatever you have in your vanity as on date. Seriously, it is not comparable to a liquid highlighter. It is not comparable to a powder highlighter. It is something altogether different. So get it, use it, and you will thank me later, because this is something which will just blow your mind. Now this highlighter blends nicely onto the skin. A little product goes a long way. It just mingles with your any face product you have. Even if you have powder products, this works on top of your powder products as well. So yes, for me it has been like my holy grail highlighter. I have like 4 shades, and 2 of the shades are discontinued. Yes, this also happens on Colourpop. But frankly speaking, this is one of the best formulas in highlighters I have ever enjoyed, and you should definitely grab it. You can do your eyes, you can use it as a lip topper, you can even use it on your collarbone. So it is a product which is non-shimmery, not chunky, not powdery, and once laid it will stay as long as you want. So yes, a beautiful highlighter by Colourpop issue which you must have. Eyebrow products are also nice by Colourpop. You should try. Just pick the right shade. Sometimes you see a deeper shade, but you buy, you apply it, it appears a little lighter. So I do feel the eyebrow pencil also you need to buy a shade deeper, whatever you prefer using or whatever you see on the screen. Just go a shade deeper. And now moving on to the Super Shock shadow. Now this is how the Super Shock shadow would come in a nice pot again. And quickly opening and showing you, this is how it looks. So this is the shimmer one I have, which I have used the most. Now again, this is not available. The shade is not available. A lot of things are not available, but just for formula's sake, I'm showing you this one. Now if you are someone who has a lot of eyeshadow palettes, frankly speaking, do not invest in your money here, because frankly speaking, after buying so much of Colourpop or a lot of makeup from various different brands, I've realized I don't pick them up as often. I use my eyeshadow palettes and a formula which happens to change by itself after a year or so. So I would highly recommend you pick up only the shades which you feel you don't have it and you want to buy and try from Colourpop. Then only grab these. Otherwise, you can totally skip it. Now this one in itself, I'll give you a quick demo. This looks absolutely fine in the pan. I'll give you a live swatch. Now frankly speaking, if you ask me, the formula has worn off. It has definitely not been performing the way it should, because in the pan itself it starts drying down. Isko open karke rakhne ki zarurat hi nahi hai. The shadows, I do feel they dry out faster compared to the face products. So the highlighter which I happen to show you, it had stayed and the formula is still intact. So the highlighter based Super Shock formula is super intense and it is like to the point and it stays longer. But with the eyeshadows, they dry out faster. So if aapne galti se open bhi chhod diya, again the formula is drying out by itself and you will not see the same effect which you saw on the first day. So why do you want to put your money on something which is not going to perform after a few months? So this can get a little expensive affair. Instead, go in with their eyeshadow palettes. So am I saying they are bad? No, they're not bad. If you have a lot of money, you don't mind spending that 700-800 on this one single shadow, and 6 mahine ke baad if it does not work and you don't mind, then go ahead and grab one. But because you have a lot of makeup and this is one of those least thing which you will use, then do not buy. Because I personally feel that this is not one of my best purchases I've done. That is why I've stopped buying Super Shock eyeshadows, because I don't use them often. So yes, for those purpose, this is a complete no from me. Quickly moving into this video, eyeshadow palette. So Colourpop has a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but to my surprise, they have launched only 9-pan eyeshadow palettes. So nevertheless, जो भी है वो भी अच्छा है. So 9-pan eyeshadow palettes में whatever suits your personality, grab a palette. Now for reference, I have picked up It's My Pleasure palette by Colourpop, one of my most used palette. Now I will be just talking about the shade layout. Now whenever you see these palettes from any color family, you will see they are just not vaguely put out any shades. They are so well aligned, and you can definitely work out with so many shadows together. You do not need a separate palette to work with this one. So yes, this is another thing which I always loved about Colourpop, is that whenever they make a palette, they give a proper thought and then they place the shadows. So I really like the placing of the shadows. Second thing, the mattes are super pigmented and super blendable. So you will not suffer with mattes that you put a brush and the mattes are sticking to your eyes. No, it just allows you to basically blend the product and build the product. So mattes are super pigmented, super smooth, and they're non-chalky, they're non-drying. Shimmers on the other hand, again, they have in various palettes they have done a little change in the shimmers. So in between they were selling palettes which had a super shock shadow also, which I think later they realized it is not a good thing because it tends to dry out. Talking about this palette, it has some beautiful shimmers. Now they are proper shimmers, so they are not super chunky but they are not super fine, and you do not need a glue with these shimmers. So you just pick up the shimmer, place it onto your eyes, take your blending brush, blend the harsh edges, and you are done. So you can work with these shimmers, you can do your liners as well. So the shimmers, the mattes which you see in Colourpop palettes are fully functional. Very less fallout. If the shimmer is really the big grainy ones also they have, then only, but otherwise with these kind of palettes you don't see fall off. So yes, a beautiful eyeshadow palettes you will get under Colourpop, and whatever they have, whatever suits your personality, definitely grab a palette, you will not be disappointed. So yes, palette to definitely banta hai. And now we are done to the last category of this video, lipsticks. But Colourpop did not happen to launch the lipsticks I have. So they did not launch the Luxe Matte lipsticks or the Luxe Creme lipsticks. I don't know what happened. Maybe by the time this video goes up, maybe they would have launched it. But at least today when I see the site, they have not launched any lipsticks. They have launched blotted lipstick. They have launched tinted lipstick. Why? We needed a proper lipstick. So maybe in future they will launch. Now talking about something they have launched, the lip oil. So I also have it, I use it. Now frankly speaking, I don't see the need of it, because it is a lip oil. Is it hydrating enough? No. At least in winters I don't feel that hydrated. In summer it's fine. Something which I feel you can skip from Colourpop because it is not even affordable. So there are very affordable brands in Indian market. You can try the K-Beauty one, which I have heard such good reviews about. You can try many other brands. I think Just Have also has it. I think Earth Rhythm also has it. So we have affordable brands going on. So this gets a little expensive. It does the job of a lip oil. It will definitely give you hydration, but I don't see that long-term hydration here. So yes, for those reasons I do feel it's not a product wherein your attention is needed. You can try something else from a different brand. And lastly, I have the lip glosses as well. So I happened to buy this set of 5 long time back. They have launched those holiday collection. So frankly speaking, I like these, but over the years Colourpop has changed the formula of their lip gloss as well. So I have a lip gloss which they initially launched, and it is like super juicy. It just gives you that nice pop of glossiness onto your lips. But this one on the other hand, I do feel it's not the best. So again, here I do feel you can skip these glosses. Recently I did happen to do a swatch video on the Just Hub glosses. Try them, they are better than these. So you can totally skip these glosses as well. But if you have the money and you want to try it. But if I have to compare this with many other I have, these are not the standout ones. They are okay glosses, but not the wow glosses. So for me, it's a no. So there you have my thoughts on the Colourpop launch happened on nykaa. Frankly speaking, not the best launch. I was expecting more products by Colourpop, but let's just wait. Maybe in the future we'll have more products by Colourpop. But the products which I happen to talk about today, you know it all how they perform. I have the longest experience with Colourpop. It's just not a year back experience. I've been using their products from the time Colourpop existed, from their first product, the Ultra Matte Lipstick, and here we are. So yes, I have shared my real experience with you. If you want to know a little more on any of these products, I've done dedicated reviews as well, so do check them out. I will be leaving everything in my description if you want to check out any of the products, but there is no hurry. Wait for a good discount and then grab whatever you prefer. I hope you loved watching this interesting video. If you really loved watching, consider giving a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more such videos. I will see you in my next one. Till then, you take care and ta-da!